Yeah.
But it is not the same thing. That's a learned aspect. You can learn that. You can learn how to do that. I'm sure some mentalists are actually gifted in the sense of being able to have this perception. So again, without drawing like a line under it and going, this is the box we're putting it in, it's really tough. So it's kind of the same thing talking about what we're talking about today. Do spirits or ghosts or whatever you want to call them, do they have the ability to kind of operate on that same plane, right? So how are they connecting to us? Do they know us? Like, can they see us? Do they have any idea of our physical form? Or are we only connecting on an energetic level, like an energy level, a quantum physics level, if you like, or going out on that physics plane? Is there another realm? Is there, the spirit realm? Is there? I'm of the belief, no, there isn't. That's just me. I don't believe there's a spirit realm. I don't believe in heaven. I don't believe in hell.
I'm the
Again,
same. Yeah.
I'm a science person, right? But at the same time, I just really believe that when someone passes, their energy just goes back into this universe, this timeline, this sense of being. But it depends on when they pass, because we talked about this a little bit last week too, but we've sort of talked about this, is would they have any prior knowledge or knowledge of today? If you died in 1860, how would you even begin to perceive today? That's kind of the question. It's like, are they aware of this current time? And I'm of the thought, from my experience, no, they are not.
I
Do you?
agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sort of split on that theory, because I've sort of experienced both ends of it.
Right.
Um, Here at home, we have a couple of spirits that have followed us home, and they say, don't bring your work home with you, but we did. But it's
Right.
cool because they're kind, decent spirits.
Oh,
So
that's
we've
good.
got no problem with them being here. But in in retrospect to having them acknowledge to us that they're here, it's like, okay, they do the energy thing, they'll shut off the TV, they'll change the TV channels. But
Right.
I've also had my shirt pulled physically,
Right.
saying, hey, I'm here, look at me, pay attention to me. So there's a physical aspect that they're certainly aware that I'm there because my
Right.
shirt was pulled.
Right.
But I've also experienced going on locations where, um, as I mentioned, I think it was last week, talking about the little girl Sarah Ann at Fort George, who was the dominant spirit
Right.
at the fort, and how she likes to follow the ghost tours along that take place there. And when the tour goes into the tunnel at the back of the fort, she stops because that tunnel did not exist when she was alive, living there at the fort with her family. So it's I've
Yeah.
seen I've seen both ends of this topic. So again, it's sort of this unexplained.
Right. It's
Yeah.
how do you explain? So, and there's the thing too. Like, I have also been a party to the same type of activity. Touching, pulling of hair, all kinds of things. I had an attachment for better part of 10 years, and apparently he's still around. He's just not active like he used to be. But again, they're aware of us, our energy, but I'm not 100% sure they're aware, like, if your spirit in your house was able to go, oh, hey, Ian, there's a bookshelf behind you, right? I think that the attachment is to the energy signature, not necessarily to the environment. Now, in some cases, yes, they are attached to the environment, but there's an energy signature attached to that environment as well, right? Because everything in this universe, and this is not just our planet, but this is the entire universe, registers an energy signature. So you're going to have different interactions depending on your vibration level, I believe. I've kind of seen this in action with other mediums, other sensitives, that we will pick up on different things. Sometimes we'll pick up on the same things, but I really like having a second and a third. Even I don't care how many other mediums or sensitive people are on a investigation. I think the more, the better. I'm not, I don't have to be the only person going, hey, I feel this information, right? I like
Exactly.
it when other people can be there and are sensitive, because I don't pick up on everything. And I kind of know where my vibrational, level is. I kind of get it. I understand it. It took me a long time to figure it out. But I very rarely, and I've mentioned this previously in other shows, I very rarely pick up on children. I very rarely pick up on, positive things. I mean, there's nothing positive about passing on, but some pass on in gentler ways than others. I never get those gentle ways, right? I always get the low, deep, dark, um, you know, vibrations
Right.
that, put people into mental institutions, or they're murderers. So
Hmm.
I'm particularly special in that, but I'm not. I mean, there's always other people that pick that up. But then I have friends who, just being around them too, like their vibration levels are way higher than mine, right? So, and I can feel it when I'm around them, like they're just buzzy with this, high output energy. I tend to be more low and more, I'm on a low vibrational scale. And I know that. They're on a much higher vibration scale. And so they will tend to pick up on different things. They will pick up more on children. Children generally have very high energy signatures, and they'll pick up on, people who were possibly in a much higher energy level. I know that this kind of crosses over too for people who do believe in things like angels and archangels and all of that sort of stuff too, that they tend to feel that that's a very high vibration level, so you pick up on a much higher vibrational level. So it's angels and all of these things. Because I don't follow that, I have no marker for that. Right? I can't go, yes, I agree, because I have no way of even deciphering that. I do not vibrate at that level. So, for me, it's always where it is. But that's kind of the thing. So the more people you have, the better, focus you're going to have, right? The better
Oh, for
it's a
sure.
bit like
Yeah.
doing like a Venn diagram, right? The more information you have, and then you can analyze that, you can sort of find that common denominator, or that sort of middle ground. And I think it's the same thing, like even in your case, right? You've got these spirits that followed you home. I try to make sure that they never follow me home. It's just a thing. I don't want them here. I don't need them. I have enough visitations going
Hmm.
on. I don't need them in my house. But at the same time, I do feel like all of the opportunities that I've been exposed to have never given me pause to believe that they're fully aware of beyond their own timeline, right? So that's my belief. It
Yeah.
may not jive with everyone else's, but I've never had an experience where I've interacted with a spirit that, say, passed away in, like I said, 1860, and they can tell me their whatever it is they need to tell me. I mean, it's never a conversation, and let's just be clear about that. It, for me, it's never a conversation. It's very one-sided with them. They're telling me what they want me to know. And then in turn, I am either telling whoever it is that they're trying to get the message out to, or I'm